good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you are, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another video of the series World Junior Championship 2022. Today, we talk about the country, the team, Finland. I'm going to give you all the information you need to know about that team, the roster, the profile, a couple of players where we expect a lot from them, and some of them have to have a great tournament to prepare for the NHL Draft 2022. So don't go nowhere. But before we start, you need to subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show. You have to click on the likes to helping us. And finally, tell us what you think about the Team Finland. So let's dive in talking about the Team Finland. And the first thing I'm going to give you guys, of course, is the roster of the team. And I'm going to show up right there in the corner. Team Finland, this was the prediction of what we expect for the roster. Obviously, the name is not really easy to pronounce, but I will do my best. We know at that moment we're talking about Antu Arati, the 51 overall pick from the New York Islanders last year on the NHL draft, is not a part of the roster at that moment. The COVID situation put him to stay in this country. The team tried to bring him for the beginning of the tournament. That's what at that moment we are not sure if he can participate or not. But a couple of players I want you guys to pay attention. One is a draft by the Montreal Canadiens, Oliver Kapanen. But Brett Lambert is the one we need to look about that team, and one Kemell. Two players, Lambert and him, they are going to be two top prospects for the NHL draft the next upcoming summer. So it'll be interesting to see this. I really like Urvonen and Koivunen, two great hockey players there, and Simon Teval. On the defenseman, we know we have a couple of veterans coming back. We have Kamela, Viro, and Rafkin. They are coming with the team. Now, the goaltending situation, this is what really I'm a little bit concerned about that team. We're going to see what happened with Blomqvist, but it's a team always been really well for the last 10 years in the tournament, so we have to figure out really what they have for the upcoming year. So let's talking about another roster I want to give you. This is the roster we know at that moment. They are confirmed. You can see at that moment Ratti is not part of that roster because he has, honestly, what I mentioned to you, the COVID-19 a little bit earlier. I'm going to give you two players. We expect a lot from them. One is the Brett Lambert. Brett Lambert participated last year at the tournament. Did not do too much last season. He's really high in the NHL draft by a lot of experts on the top 10 in NHL. He did not do well so far this year. He have only, if I can recall it, 6 or 8 points, 24 game with Liga team this year. So it'll be interesting about this. You can read a little bit more what kind of player is. We know he's the son of the ex-NHL player Lambert. You have also two citizenship, one with the Finland, one with Canada. And he's a 2003. So he just turned December 19 years old. So it's another one we have to figure out. 18 years old, I apologize. He's a little bit older for the NHL draft next year. The second one I want to talk is really the one he got his stock market grow in the last couple of weeks, a month, is one Kemell. He already have a great year at that moment with the team Linga. He have about 18 points, 21 or 24 game, 12 goals, 6 assists. Does very well. He's only a 2004, guys. He was born in April 27. So the time we talk is only 17 years old. He's going to turn 18 in 2022. Great prospect for the NHL. I would not be surprised he can finish on the top 5 for the next year. So he's going to be a player we have to watch for the upcoming tournament, and he's going to be a big part of the team Finland. So that's what happened with him. Now, I'm going to give you, after that, now at that moment, the roster with the profile and what it was draft. You can see the goaltender, Blomqvist, draft by the Pittsburgh. the second backup goaltender, Mary Lennon by Ottawa. You have Emo Salmi by the Carolina as a defenseman. Kamela by the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Seattle and the Florida, and Detroit Vero by Vero was drafted last year or 2 years ago. The Los Angeles Kings got Illinius. Toronto also second player Irvonen, and Montreal have Kapanen. And finally, at the bottom, you have Vizanen and Simo Telval for the Los Angeles Kings and the New York Rangers. So, like, this is the time to show to you more little, you know, more about them, when they was drafted, and what we think about the players. So I'm not going to stay longer here one by one, but you can pause the video. You can read about that one over there. Example, Jack Petty was drafted by Ottawa Senators, second round, 33 overall. So it's almost like a first round over there. Then you have Manpa. He is another one. He's going to be on the draft 2022. We have also Illinius by the Los Angeles Kings. Irvonen, I was talking about him a little bit earlier. And 2020 draft by the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's move on to the next one over there. I really want you to pay attention about Oliver Kapanen, because the Montreal Canadiens draft him 64 overall pick. And after that, we have two other players we have to look about this. Brett Lambert, we talked about him a little bit earlier. We have Simon Théoval for the Los Angeles Kings, 66 overall pick. Mata is another one who's going to be drafted for upcoming one. We have here Haitu Ratti. Is not going to be a part of the tournament at that moment. And like we said earlier, Joachim Kemell is at the bottom of that page. Let's move on for the defenseman. We have Rafkin. He's going to be eligible. He is going to be, I believe, him on the second round pick next year on 2022. We have the 99 overall pick by the Kraken defenseman. We have Vero, third round pick in 2020. And Kamela for the third round by the Toronto Maple Leafs. He's going to be one of the best defensemen, I believe, for the Finland for the upcoming year. And we have the Florida Panthers, the Carolina, and also the Mata, another one, the defenseman is going to be eligible 2022. Finally, the three goaltender, I want to talk about this guy, is the second round pick, 52 overall, Blomqvist. We have also the 71 overall by Mary Lennon by the Ottawa Senators. Finally, a new one's going to be eligible for the NHL draft next year. So, guys, this give you an idea what the Team Finland is going to look like the upcoming one. They played a great exhibition game against Team USA yesterday. They did very well around. But again, I believe for me, is the team have not, in my book, going to be the top two. It's one's going to be a 3, 4, and 5th at that tournament. Lucky, maybe third to have the Browns, but I feel like they're going to compete with the Russia and the Sweden for the upcoming tournament. And I will be surprised this year they finish 5th or 4th. I don't like the depth compared to other teams, so they'll be the big fans over there. But again, Finland's doing always well that tournament, and they produce a lot of great players, guys, for the last 10 years, and the pipeline for the NHL. So we'll be interested to watching the Team Finland for the next tournament. So that's conclude another video of the series of World Junior Championship 2022 by the Hockey Nation Live Show. But before we leave, we invite you, don't forget to subscribe, click on the like, and tell us what you think about this video. And finally, you have greatness inside of you. Thank you again to watching another video with the hockey coach guru called Frenchy. I look forward to see you for the next video of the series at WJNC. Mes amis, ceci complète un autre vidéo de la série Junior Championship à Edmonton. Mais avant de vous quitter, j'aimerais bien que vous vous abonnez ou cliquez sur le petit pouce en haut si vous avez bien aimé la vidéo. Et dites-moi ce que vous pensez de l'équipe Finlande, si vous pensez qu'ils pourraient mériter une médaille pour le prochain tournoi. Et finalement, j'aimerais que vous souhaitez une très belle bonne journée et joyeux Noël et une très bonne, heureuse année. Et je vous attends pour une autre vidéo avec l'entraîneur Coach Frenchy.